In the messy world of modern dating, most people chase the wrong thing. They swipe endlessly, craft perfect profiles, and try every trick to look desirable. But what if the real secret isn't out there in the apps or the bars? What if it starts inside you? As a sovereign systems architect following the Felix Futuri way, I've learned this the hard way. Build your inner fortress first. Before you worry about finding the right person, strengthen your Eigenwelt, your private inner world. When that's solid, you stop desperate chasing and become someone worth choosing. No games, no masks, just real attraction that comes from strength, not neediness. What is this Eigenwelt? Anyway, think of it like this. We all live in three worlds at once. There's the outer physical world, your body, your job, the traffic in your city. There's the shared social world, family, friends, dates. And then there's your inner world, the Eigenwelt. This is where your thoughts, feelings, and sense of self live. It's your personal headquarters. At the center of that inner world sits what we call the Pontifex self. Pontifex means bridge builder. This part of you connects your raw instincts and life circumstances to your free choices. It's the steady captain who stays calm when storms hit. When your Eigenwelt is weak, you become a leaf in the wind. One bad date or ghosting text sends you spiraling. You start chasing validation, liking someone mostly because you want them to like you back. That's desperate dating. It feels exciting at first, but usually ends in burnout or bad matches. A strong Eigenwelt changes everything. You know who you are. You're not perfect, but you're stable. You bring real value to a relationship instead of looking for someone to fix your emptiness. People feel that difference immediately. It's attractive in a deep, lasting way. Why desperate dating fails. The logic most people miss. Here's the simple truth. Desperation broadcasts weakness. When you need someone else to complete you, others sense it. They pull back, or worse, they use it. It's human nature. People respect strength and calm confidence more than flattery or constant availability. I've seen this in my own life, as a veteran, entrepreneur, and married man building businesses. Early on, when things felt shaky inside, relationships suffered. Once I started mapping my inner world and strengthening that Pontifex bridge, things got clearer. I stopped reacting to every feeling and started choosing actions that built long-term trust. The Felix Futuri approach says, read reality without illusion. Most dating advice pushes you to change your outside first. New clothes, better photos, smoother lines. Those things can help, but they're like painting over rust. If the inner structure is weak, it all falls apart eventually. A strong inner fortress does the opposite. It makes the outside work better because it comes from authenticity. You don't chase, you invite. That shift is powerful. Anxiety in dating, useful signal, not something to numb. One of the biggest tests of your Eigenwelt shows up as anxiety. A lot of people treat dating anxiety like a problem to fix with drinks, scrolling, or quick hookups. Just numb it and keep going, they say. But that's a mistake. To a sovereign systems architect, anxiety is data. It's a signal that something in your current system needs attention. It's not there to ruin your night. It's there to wake you up. Think about it logically. When you feel that knot before a date, what's it really telling you? Maybe you're ignoring a red flag. Maybe you're putting too much weight on whether this one person likes you. Or maybe your inner world has some old wounds still running the show. Instead of pushing the feeling away, pause and listen. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of here? Is this fear based on real danger or just old patterns? What small action can I take to strengthen my position? This is like the Stoic practice of looking ahead at possible problems. Premeditatio malorum. You face the worry on purpose so it loses its grip. Over time, that builds real courage. The courage to be, even when things feel uncertain. I remember times when dating, or even early marriage, brought up that dizziness of freedom, the worry that I might choose wrong or get hurt. Treating it as training data instead of a threat helped me respond better. I mapped the situation, checked my inner stability, and acted from strength instead of fear. The anxiety became fuel for better decisions. Numbing it keeps you repeating the same mistakes. Listening to it helps you build a better system. That's how a sovereign architect turns noise into leverage. Practical steps to build your inner fortress. You don't need fancy therapy or years of meditation to start. Here's a straightforward daily approach. Morning mapping, 10 minutes. Sit quietly and check your 3 worlds. How's my body today? Umwelt. What social pressures am I feeling? Mitwelt. What's going on inside my head and heart? Eigenwelt. Write down one thing you can control today and one thing you'll let go. This builds the Pontifex habit of bridging reality and choice. Identity audit. Ask, am I showing up as my real self or wearing an identity prosthesis? Pretending to be someone flashier to impress people? Drop the mask. Real confidence comes from knowing your values and living them. Anxiety drill. When dating anxiety hits, don't scroll or drink. Write it down. Turn it into 3 questions. What's the worst that could happen? How would I handle it? What's one useful step I can take right now? This turns the signal into action. Non-attachment practice. Go on dates with full effort, but hold the outcome lightly. You control your honesty, respect, and preparation. You don't control whether they choose you. This freedom makes you more relaxed and attractive. Evening review. Before bed, check. Did my actions today line up with my inner code? Did I treat people as real humans, I thou, instead of objects? Small, honest reviews strengthen the fortress over time. These aren't complicated. They're like regular maintenance on your car. Boring, but they prevent breakdowns. How this makes you attractive without chasing. When your inner world is solid, everything changes. You listen better because you're not desperate for approval. You set calm boundaries because you know your worth. You bring fun, depth, and stability instead of neediness. Partners notice. They feel safe with someone who isn't falling apart over every text. Trust builds naturally. You attract people who want a real partner, not someone to rescue or entertain. In my experience building businesses and navigating marriage, this inner work spills into every relationship, including with my wife and daughter. The same principles apply. Strong self first leads to stronger shared systems. This isn't about becoming cold or selfish. It's the opposite. A solid Eigenwelt lets you give more freely because you're not secretly keeping score or waiting to be filled up. The sovereign edge in 2026. Modern dating is high entropy, full of apps, mixed signals, and uncertainty. Most people react. Sovereign architects design. They map the landscape, strengthen their core, and move with purpose. Building your inner fortress first isn't just better for dating, it's better for life. You become someone who creates fortunate futures, Felix Futuri, instead of hoping someone else will hand them to you. Start today. Map your inner world. Listen to the anxiety signals. Strengthen that Pontifex bridge. The right connections will come easier when you stop chasing and start standing firm. Daily code. Check. Tonight, spend 5 minutes writing. What's one way I showed up as my real self today? Small steps compound. Your future self and your future partner will thank you.